Hi coffee beans! How's it brewing? I'm so excited because the Sophie and Toffee Elves box that I have been waiting for forever finally came today, and it is the June Good Vibes box. Ooh, I'm so excited. Ah! Oh, I'm so excited. I forgot already some of the smaller things that come in here. I'm the most excited for the Hamsa and the Lotus flower. Ooh, here is our booklet, and I am loving this aesthetic, this like pastel with the gold, and it's like a geode. Although this font is kind of hard to read. If English is your second language, these letters are kind of hard to read, but it's all good. Alright, so instead of flipping through this, I'm gonna go straight to the items in the box. And if I have any questions, I can check this out. Okay, so right away I already see something that I completely forgot was coming in this. Our incense holders. I totally forgot these were coming. This is massive. This is huge. So my grandma used to burn incense all the time, but she would do the incense that was like the cone shape, and this is meant for incense sticks. So I think I'm gonna have to go out and get me some incense sticks, probably from like Spencer's or Silver Safari or Jungle Zone, if you're familiar with any of those stores. Ooh, I love the colors of the styrofoam packing peanuts. I don't think I've ever seen these colors before. It's usually like purples and pinks and blues. Now, here's the one that I'm super excited for, is this Lotus flower. It's supposed to be a candle holder, like a candlestick holder, but I think I can actually make this into a crystal holder. One of my husband's co-workers, I think it was her parent or one of her grandparents, is a geologist and has collected crystals their entire career, and I think this would be a perfect crystal holder, so I'll have to ask her if I can borrow one to show you guys. This I'm really interested in is a vanilla scented UV resin. Definitely it's kind of sending mixed signals because you shouldn't be breathing in resin. So I'm assuming this smells like vanilla after it's cured. So even though it says it's scented, make sure you wear a mask. It's kind of like those scented markers, like don't go around sniffing Sharpies. But I'm interested to see how strong of a vanilla scent this has once it's cured. So this will be one of the first things I test. Whoa, what is this? I've never seen this before. Oh man, it's all in Japanese. I have no idea what this says. Let's see. Oh, it's a UV resin. UV resin for silicone molds. I was thinking maybe it was like a brush-on UV resin, but it looks like maybe this screws off and it's like actually a squeeze bottle. I'm excited to try this out. I've never tried this kind before. Yes! The Hamsa. Oh my gosh, I'm beyond excited for this one. And can I just say, I do not think I can resist the call of holographic powder to put in this mold. I think that's exactly what this needs, is some holographic powder. Oh my gosh, look at those details. I love it. What is this? Color shift pigment powder? Purple red. Oh wait, I kind of saw it for a second. Purple red color shift pigment that has a different effect on white or a black base? What? Dust the powder onto the mold and pour black resin over it for a wow effect. I'm so intrigued. Okay, don't spill it, don't spill it, don't spill it. Oh my gosh, don't spill it. Oh, what? Okay, well, maybe I won't do the holographic powder. I might do this then. This is amazing. That's so vibrant. Let's see here. These are the mica powders. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to try these mica powders. I don't really have a very big collection of mica powders, so I actually used Prime Day and bought some mica powders. Look at these colors. But this is unrelated to Sophie and Toffee, but trust and believe, I will be using these. Golden blue. It does kind of shift from like a gold metallic, or a blue metallic look. These are just regular lavender and black. These are worry stones, which I actually mentioned worry stones in a previous video when I made those little styrofoam ball animals when I was trying to use up those styrofoam balls. Worry stones are something that I've seen a lot in like Mediterranean cultures, but in various cultures around the world, is you can kind of see this dome shape, and so the idea is you have a stone and you rub it so much, kind of like a fidget toy. You know, you rub it to kind of calm yourself, and I think this is what you're supposed to use the vanilla resin with, so I'm definitely gonna try that. Whoa, these are gorgeous! These are tiny. This is a lot smaller than I thought. Oh my gosh, okay, that side's the better side. Whoa. It's holographic. I don't know how well my camera can pick that up. Whoa, these are so cool. These are tinier than I thought they were. But I think these might be able to fit inside the worry stones. Maybe? That would be freaking cool. I love that. I think it would definitely fit inside the lotus flower. Ooh. This is a premium item. It's crushed glass. Look at how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. This is gorgeous. I don't want to use it up. I have so many of these supplies that are so pretty, I just never use them because I don't want to use them up. Does that make sense? Does anybody else do that? And then the last thing are these bezels. And can I be honest with you guys? I've received a lot of bezels from Sophie and Toffee, and I have never made a single one. I've never made a bezel before, so I think now is the time to finally make a bezel. But look at all of these symbols. These are all absolutely gorgeous, and I know that they have a very special meaning in a lot of cultures, especially the Hamsa that does to Judaism. So I will for sure try my best to, you know, treat these with respect because that's how they should be treated. No cultural appropriation here. This looks like the Triforce, which of course is another important symbol, I believe, in Eastern cultures, but I'm a huge Zelda fan, and it looks like the Triforce. I love it! I sing to you. I sing to you my love of the Triforce. Okay, I am seeing so many different projects that I can make with the stuff that we got. I am literally excited for every single thing that came in this box. Usually it's like 75% of the things, 80% of the things I'm super excited about, and then there's like a small like 1 or 2 items that I'm like, meh. But this, literally every single thing, I'm so excited. Now, if you would like to get your hands on a Sophie and Toffee box, I will leave a discount link for you down below. I have 2 different links that you can use. One is a $3 off your first Sophie and Toffee box. The other is 10% off anything in their store, so make sure you check out those links down below. The very first thing that I created was a little worry stone using the vanilla scented resin because I really was curious to see how strong the vanilla scent actually was. And even just fresh from the tube, it smells very strongly of vanilla. But like I said before, you should always wear a mask when working with resin, any kind of resin. So I was double checking the instructions, and it does say to only smell the resin after it's cured, so that's a good safety reminder. This did cure really easily under my UV light. It did cure a little sticky, so I had to cure it under my light for probably around 5 minutes for a pretty long time. There are some bubbles, but I didn't really take precautions to prevent any bubbles, so I'm not surprised. And it cures really hot. Like, it was really, really hot to demold. even after being out of the UV light for a few minutes. So definitely be careful. But overall, I really like this resin. I think the vanilla scent is really nice for a relaxation, like with the worry stone. It's kind of perfect. I think when you rub it a little bit, the smell sticks to your hand just a little bit. So if the scent of the vanilla resin is a little too strong, because it does kind of smell like a bathroom, like what you would spray in a bathroom, but the scent rubs off on your hands, so that's actually kind of nice to hold up and smell a little bit to kind of relax yourself. I myself do that with lavender essential oil, so it kind of works the same way. Next, I moved on to the incense holders, and I had a lot of fun with these. The first incense holder I worked on is the one with the phases of the moons, because I'm always drawn to moon art or space art, and that probably stems from Sailor Moon, honestly. So I filled each of these little moon phases with my white UV resin from Sophie and Toffee, and I used a toothpick to kind of push the resin around to make sure it filled in all the little spaces. And I also used it to clean up any of my little spills, because I definitely had a bunch of spills outside of the moons, but it was easy to clean up. Then I used the white color shift pigment powder that came in this box and rubbed it all over the mold. One of the incense holders is a completely plain style, there's no designs at all, so I rubbed in some of the gold holographic powder from Sophie and Toffee. I think this came in the blowout box in December, and you can actually see me use this in my coasters video as well, but I decided to use it in this to just kind of liven up a plain design. So I rubbed that all over, and finally it's time to fill everything with resin. Now remember, when working with resin, you want to wear all the proper safety equipment. So go get your gloves, go get your mask, and I put links down below to the mask that I use. First I mixed up some white resin, then I poured that all over my holographic gold incense holder. Then I mixed up some black resin with the black pigment dye from Sophie and Toffee, and poured that all over my moon phases incense holder. Now, the last incense holder mold has these little star details, so I thought it would be really pretty to do like a galaxy look. So I mixed up resin and separated it into 3 cups. Then I dyed one of them black, one of them purple, one of them blue, and one of them hot pink, all with Sophie and Toffee pigment dyes. Then working from the outside in, I poured some black on the edges, then purple, then blue, and then pink in the middle. I let all of these cure for 24 hours. Now that they're done curing, it's time to take them out of their molds. These turned out so pretty, and the galaxy one is phenomenal. It looks so cool. I'm really surprised at how well the kind of galaxy effect turned out with the resin, and actually some of the glitter from the gold holographic glitter kind of contaminated the mold a little bit, but now it looks like stars, so it totally works. The gold holographic is kind of meh. I mean, in certain light, you can definitely see the holographic, but it's really hard to show you guys on the camera. But it's such a plain design that it's kind of like, I think this would be good with maybe some stickers, like maybe washi tape or something to decorate it. The moon phases look so cool. This color shift pigment from this box is so amazing. I really like the purple to blue shift. And I do see a little bit of red or like a pink color. And I think that goes really well with the moon phases. It totally looks like space. And to finish that design, I filled in the stars with some gold acrylic paint. Now, it's finally time to move on to the lotus flower candle holder, which I am really excited to make. So I saw on Sophie and Toffee, they did kind of a teaser of the lotus flower, and they used the crushed glass in the tips of the petals, and then kind of like a purplish pinkish for the rest of the flower. And I liked that design so much, so that's actually what I am going to imitate today. So I mixed up the UV resin with the gold crushed glass, and I'm actually using the new UV resin that came in this box. It's the Japanese imported one, so we can see how that turns out. It was a little tricky to get the resin and the glass into the petals of the lotus flower, so I had to kind of pour it in and then move it around with my toothpick and kind of just hope for the best. So I'm hoping I coated everything. And then I cured that under my UV light for several minutes. I noticed that after 3 minutes being under the light, the petals were still soft. So I had it under my light for probably 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, it really needed that extra time to cure to get more hard. Then I mixed up some of my epoxy resin and used some of my new mica powder that I got on Amazon. So it's not from Sophie and Toffee, but it is from, who is it from? I think it's from Ludo. It's hard to read the title. I'll put a link in my description for the exact one that I purchased. So if you like this, you can get one for yourself. So I used the hot pink from that box, and I got this really pretty color. I love mica powders. I don't know why I don't use them as much as I do. I'm really happy I got this set of them because mica powder has this really cool kind of iridescent, like glittery effect. So yes, I love it. And then I poured that pink resin on top of the gold in the lotus flower, and I let that cure for 24 hours. So I came back the next day to demold this, and I noticed that the petals where the UV resin was still soft. So I cured it for even longer under my UV light and demolded it really, really carefully, but it was still sticky. The epoxy resin had cured, but the UV resin was still sticky, so I demolded it and I actually stuck it in my bedroom window that got light almost all day. And it's been about 2 or 3 days since I stuck it in the window, and it's still sticky. So, just on that alone, I am not that impressed with this UV resin. I was thinking because it was imported from Japan, it would be really good quality, but maybe I shouldn't make such assumptions. Overall though, I really like this gold with the pink. I think it's gorgeous and nice, bright and vibrant, and definitely reminds me of India. I think I could also use this with the cone-shaped incense. It doesn't have to be a candle holder necessarily, but I do think it would be really relaxing with some candles. Okay, now moving on to the last piece, which is the Hamsa, which is the one that I am the most excited for. So I kept this one nice and simple because the design on the inside is fancy enough. I don't need to get crazy. So I rubbed in my holographic powder from Solar Color Dust all over the mold and inside, which took a while, but you know what, it was worth it. Then I mixed up my epoxy resin and added a whole bunch of white pigment to the resin, and then poured that into my dish. Once it was done, I could demold it and admire how beautiful this holographic is. It's so hard to capture on camera, so I'm gonna do my best to show you the rainbow goodness that is this Hamsa dish. And just to finish it up and give it a little bit more pizzazz, I took my gold acrylic paint and I painted a really thick border around the edge. I was a little concerned that the holographic wouldn't show up on the white because I've done black before, but it totally shows up and it is really, really gorgeous. It's a nice kind of light variant to a black base. I like putting this holographic powder on the white base because it makes it a little bit more bright and vibrant. Now, if you would like to learn a little bit more about the Hamsa or some of the other designs that were included in this box, I will leave a link below, or several links below, where you can read more about these designs because they are important to their specific cultures and heritages. So I think it's important to kind of research these a little bit more rather than just creating them and using them for art. Kind of like Namaste is really important. It means the light in me recognizes the light in you, and to kind of have a shirt that says Namaste in bed is a little offensive. So along those same lines, I think it's important to learn about the cultures and heritages that these symbols come from. A perfect example too is the Hamsa, because the Hamsa is recognized in so many cultures, especially in the Mediterranean and Eastern cultures like Hinduism and Buddhism, and for me, Judaism. It is a really important symbol. So I think it would be fun to learn a little bit more about the Hamsa and some of these other sacred geometry symbols and the bezel symbols, so we kind of can respect and learn about those cultures. Now, I know I didn't make the bezels, even though I said I would make the bezels, and I really didn't make very many worry stones except for the vanilla scented worry stone. So I will put those in another video. I promise I will share another video of me making bezels for the first time. And another video of creating different types of worry stones. So if you want to see that, then make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. I upload videos every Monday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Plus, you can click the little bell to get notified of when I post. Let me know in the comments below which of these pieces was your favorite. I absolutely adore the Hamsa dish, of course, but I also really like the galaxy kind of star incense holder. I managed to find some incense sticks and I stuck those in and I love it. I love it so much. If you made any of these, make sure you share them with me on Instagram. You can tag me at BunnyDIY because I would love to see. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Love you a latte.